Hammer time!
Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. And welcome back to Hammer Horror Month, also known as September. This is the last day, guys, September 30th. And today we're going to be talking about The Devil Rides Out. Have we saved the best for last? I don't know. The Devil Rides Out is a 1968 film which runs approximately 95 minutes and is directed by my favorite director and a name that you should have heard 1,000 times by now, Terrence Fisher, who was responsible for The Unholy Four, Spaceways, and Race for Life. Now this stars Christopher Lee as Duke de Richeau. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Charles Gray as Mokata, and Nike Aragi as Tanith. I probably mispronounced that, but that's okay. Christopher Lee calls this his favorite film ever. And when you look on a lot of top Hammer lists, this definitely it fits a lot of people's number one. I know Bryn from Horror Hands actually loves this film, and I like it as well. And I thought it was a really good way. Both Joe and I both thought it was a really good way to end this month on a very strong film. Now, The Devil Rides Out, I'm going to have to be a little bit vague on because there's not a whole lot of story. Basically, what you have is Christopher Lee is going to visit some friends, and actually a younger man who he agreed to look after his father passed away. Christopher Lee thinks he's involved in a satanic cult, which in fact he is. Which the leader is a man named Okada. Now, he's played by Charles Gray. Now, you may know him, if you've seen this, from James Bond. Diamonds Are Forever. He does play Stavro Blofeld in Diamonds Are Forever. Actually, he plays a dual part in that movie. So, basically, this is Christopher Lee trying to protect the people that he loves from this devil worshipping cult. That's more or less the story in a nutshell, but it's done extremely well. Some of the effects in the film are a little bit dated, but this is 1968. And overall, I think they did a pretty fantastic job with it. The car chases are pretty impressive. Um, the the devil that they summon, which you actually see on the cover, is really, really impressive looking, especially with the makeup and everything like that. And there's just this sense of doom throughout this entire film. Um, they keep thinking that they're getting away from these people or they're making headway, and they just keep getting stopped in their tracks. So it's a really cool film, very suspenseful, very creepy, and definitely it's definitely one of Hammer's best. I know I had this in my top 10 of all time of Hammer films. It's that good. It's really a good film. Definitely check out The Devil Rides Out. There's a lot of information about this film. This film did really well for Hammer, of course. A lot of people liked it. And this was part of a three option deal, I believe, from Richard Mathis. Now, To the Devil a Daughter was also optioned and was made, and it did well. But a bad deal basically shut Hammer down for good, or at least for 30 years. Not only that, but the third film was actually never made because Hammer just was going downhill at the time. This was in the early 70s, and from what I am to understand, there was a lot of bad dealings and a lot of shortcuts on filmmaking. And I know that the people that they optioned the stories from weren't exactly happy with To the Devil a Daughter. They did like um, The Devil Rides Out, but I think when they made To the Devil a Daughter, it pretty much skunked everything. So, yeah, you basically had the end of Hammer from there. Kind of weird that it's part of that whole deal. Anyway, fantastic film, a great way to go out because the devil's riding out, just like Joe and I, for the end of September. Thank you, everyone, for listening to our reviews, for watching, and for commenting. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to check out Joe's review for The Devil Rides Out. Physical media matters. And until next time, peace.